Another popular program in Microsoft 365 Office applications is going to be PowerPoint. So I'll choose to open up PowerPoint from the list, and I'm going to create a new PowerPoint slide deck. And this is used many times for presentations for various different events. First, I'm going to choose to create an angles line design, which is one of the templates that comes with PowerPoint. There's also many online templates as well that you can do a search for. Now here is your basic presentation where you would just select the text and then go ahead and add in new information. And you would go through each of these different slides and edit them to work best for you. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and choose slideshow from beginning and then scroll through using the right arrow key or the left mouse key, whatever works best in your situation with the type of equipment that you have. And when you're done, it will hit the end of the presentation, and then you can go in and make changes to it if you'd like. One of the things I like to do is to choose the animations. This is something that you should train your users on how to do. And what that does is it keeps all the information from popping up as soon as the slide shows up. So for instance, I'll just go ahead and select this text and choose to appear. I'll select this text and choose to split. Now I'll choose the slideshow from the current slide and press the right arrow key, and you can see it's adding in that extra text as needed. You can also do transitions. Transitions are going to transition from one slide to the next using any one of these different options. So for instance, I'll go ahead and choose the fade option, and then I'm going to click the next slide and choose the reveal option, and the next one with random bars. Now I'm going to go back up, choose the slideshow once again from current slide, and just start scrolling through those slides. And here you can see that the data is just appearing based on the different feature that I chose. I'm going to go back to the file and choose new. And this time I'm going to choose to create with Copilot. And when I do, it's going to prompt me what I would like to create the presentation about. So I'll just choose dinosaurs. Press enter. And here you can see it's creating this dinosaur slide presentation. And I'll choose to generate the slides. And you can see on the right-hand side, it also gives me design suggestions as well if I don't like what Copilot has created. I can also choose to close those design options if I don't need them. And here are my slides. You can see it not only created text, but it also created pictures. So I'll choose the slideshow from beginning, and now I can go through what Copilot has created for me, and I can edit this just as I could any other type of slide if I'd like. I'm going to exit out of this presentation and create a new blank presentation. This allows you to create anything you'd like, but it does give you those design suggestions on the right-hand side if you choose to use them. I'm going to right-click and choose to create a new slide, and it will allow me to create as many new slides as I'd like. I can also select multiple slides and copy and paste them. So here I'm going to add in a title. Here I've got my slide populated with text. I can just right-click and choose copy. Now, one of the training areas you need to make sure that students know about is if you right-click and you choose paste, sometimes when you choose the first paste option with the destination theme, it doesn't give you all the same colors that you're expecting if you do have a colorful type of presentation, which this one is not. So you can choose the keep source formatting. That's the one that is going to make sure that you have everything look exactly the same as the previous slide. And then you can come back in and you can make some changes to it. I find this very useful, especially on a slide that I'm going to create another one on where it's going to have similar text. I just need to make some edit to it without going through entirely recreating the slide itself. One area that causes a lot of problems with presentations is going to be adding too much data. So here you can see if you add in too much data, what's going to happen is you're going to get people to tune out. You don't want that to happen. So a smart thing to do is to right-click and say copy, and I'll just paste this a couple of extra times. And then you can just go ahead and delete some of that data by selecting it. I like to have no more than 3 different items on each slide. That's just the way I do things based on my presentations and the way the audience responds to them. So I'll go ahead and delete that, go to the next slide and delete everything but those last 2 items. And then I now have slides with just the right amount of text on each one. And the same thing goes for graphics. Don't add so many graphics that you can no longer see the text or it just takes away from the message. Also, during your presentation, make sure you don't read directly from the slides because that tends to turn off the people that you're presenting to as well. Now, when you're all done, you need to save it. So you'll go to the file and choose Save As or Save, depending on if this is based on a previous thing that you have saved. And I'll choose Browse. And then I'm going to choose my location. Now, sometimes you're going to see OneDrive show up first in the area where you're trying to save. So make sure that if you don't want it on OneDrive and you want it on the local computer, that you choose the local computer itself. Now, I'm not seeing OneDrive here, but many times that's exactly what shows up. So I'll just call this one Presentation 2. Now choose the drop down. This is the same that shows up with Microsoft Word, but you get different options. When you choose the drop down, choose the correct version of PowerPoint or choose to save as a PDF or some other type of document that you'd like. If you choose something older like 97 to 2003, you might end up not seeing all the different additional features that you may have added that may only work on the latest and greatest PowerPoint. So I'll choose PowerPoint presentation. You can also choose a template. A template will keep that document from being edited in the future. There's also a template for Word and Excel and other Office products. I like to create templates if I'm going to be reusing certain elements of that document multiple times, and I'll create a template to do that. So I'll choose the presentation and save it, and now it's going to save it on my desktop. I can use it again anytime. PowerPoint presentations are used all over the world and for many types of presentations. Give PowerPoint a try for your next meeting and watch the engagement.